right, welcome to another episode of the Extra Point. I'm the Relentless Rebel, and like I said, I had made a Facebook post, if you didn't catch that, about having some technical difficulties over the weekend with my college football wrap-up show. We've got those technical difficulties fixed, so we're good to go. But, you know, it's a little too late for a college football wrap-up show, but it's never too late to talk about college football. And I thought today we'd have a little fun. LSU fans, this one's for you. This is going to be a very different type of show for me, because I'm going to look at, I'm an Ole Miss alum, so don't crucify me here. I'm from the state of Louisiana, though, so don't look at it this way. I'm out of college now. So this is going to be an objective view of what I think, from what I've seen, what LSU's problems are. And it's one problem only. Coaching. It's coaching. In my opinion, it's coaching. It's not the quarterback play. It's not the defense. It's not special teams. For me, it's coaching. You don't do, any head coach, especially in the Southeastern Conference, doesn't do what Les Miles did and that coaching staff did at the back end of the game over the weekend against Tennessee. You got lucky, though. Les Miles, in the last 3 years, in 5 games, has been probably the worst clock manager I've seen in college football in that time span. You did it against Auburn, your national championship season, and got away with it and scored on the last play of the game because Matt Flynn had to take the game over into his own hands because he thought you didn't know what you were doing, Coach Miles. In 2009 at Ole Miss, you complete a pass with 1 second left and you call for a spike. You've denied that you've called for a spike, but let's face it, somebody on your coaching staff called for a spike, and your quarterback listened. He knew that play call was not the right play call, but he listened, so you can't fault him for that. And then you have the Tennessee game, and you got away with one again. You got a definite gift. LSU fans, you're as upset with Coach Miles as everybody else is. This is a man who says he's going to make changes, but hasn't made any. And for the life of me, going back to this Tennessee game, I can't understand why you have Jared Lee in the ball game. He drives your team down the field. He puts your team into position to win, and then you take him out for Jordan Jefferson. I think Jordan Jefferson has all the athletic ability and all the athletic talent in the world, but I just think it's a matter of him not being able to pay attention. You have a center that knows what's going on, and all he wanted to do was get the play off, and he did. And then Jordan Jefferson can't handle the snap, but wait a minute, Tennessee had too many men on the field. Now, I'm not gonna call out Derek Dooley at Tennessee for incompetent coaching. He just made a mistake. He just made a mistake, and that's on the coaching staff, and that was a good call by the officials. That Tennessee did not get screwed. That's the right play call, and that's why a flag was thrown. Now, though I didn't see a flag thrown, but apparently there was a flag thrown. The play was under the review. Too many men on the field by Tennessee. That was the right play call. That was the correct play call when you have 13 or 14 guys on the football field going up against 11. A lot of things here that LSU fans are not happy with Les Miles about. You almost lose the North Carolina game after you're up 30-10. you take a 10-3. You're only up 10-3 on Vanderbilt before pulling away in the fourth quarter. You should have beaten Vanderbilt by 40. And then you beat Tennessee, but you turn the ball over 4 times. And, you know, I know turnovers hurt, but that's all about execution and coaching. That's what that is. And then, hell, you're 5-0. Then you beat West Virginia, but, you know, you only put up 229 yards of offense against West Virginia. You only scored 20 points against West Virginia. You're an SEC football team. West Virginia doesn't have the talent that you do, and you only win 20-14. Yeah, West Virginia is a good football team, but they're nowhere near as talented as LSU is. So there's no excuse for LSU not being able to move the football and not being able to put the ball in the end zone almost every time. For the last 3+ years, LSU has had the best talent, some of the best talent. Let me stop myself there. Some of the best talent in the Southeastern Conference. Year in and year out, you have the talent capable of winning a national championship every year. You win a national championship in 2007, and ever since then, LSU has gone down the tubes, out the window, out like yesterday's garbage. You win 8 or 9 games a year, that's fine at another school. LSU fans feel like LSU is much better than what they show on the field, and objectively, I would have to agree. But there's no sense and no earthly reason for LSU to make the mistakes that they do, especially from a Southeastern Conference coaching staff. That's just how I see it. So LSU fans, I ask you, and you can post your comments on here, you can post your comments on Facebook. I don't care how you post your comments, but let me know. If you were the athletic director at LSU and you decided to let Les Miles go, who would you go after? I'm an objectionist. I'm looking at this from an objective point of view. All of this is my opinion. I have not gotten my information from anywhere else but the television, from what I've seen from the product that I see on the football field each and every week from the Bayou Bengals. This is the Relentless Rebel. This has been the Extra Point. LSU fans, let me know what you think. If Les Miles were to be relieved of his duties, or if he were forced out of LSU, who would you want to see the athletic director, Joe Oliva, go after to be the next head coach at Louisiana State University? For now, this has been the Extra Point. Thank you for watching. This is the Relentless Rebel, and I'll be seeing you guys down the road.